Good morning to everybody. In this video, I am going to discussing about the junction diode characteristics. In this junction diode characteristics, I am going to discuss about no bias, forward bias, reverse bias, and current components in the PN junction diode, and diode equation, and VI characteristics of the PN junction diode, and temperature dependence on VI characteristics, diffusion dependence on VI characteristics, diffusion current and diode resistance, and energy band diagram of the PN junction diode we are going to see. PN junction diode is a semiconductor diode. It has two semiconductor materials. Its ability is to allow the flow of current in only one direction. In the opposite direction, it cannot allow the flow of current. In opposite direction, it offers high resistance. That is infinity resistance it will offers. Applications of the PN junction diode is it is used in the radio, TV, optoelectronics as LED, light emitting diode and photodiode. In power supplies, we are going to using as a rectifier and filters. A piece of intrinsic semiconductor. To form a PN junction diode, a piece of semiconductor material, intrinsic semiconductor material is taken. In that we have one part is doped with the p-type impurity and another part is doped with the n-type material. Then a PN junction is formed. A plane dividing the p-type material and n-type material is known as the PN junction. A diode does not behave linearly with respect to applied voltage. That means the voltage cannot change with the current. That means the current cannot change with the applied voltage. The depletion layer contains no free electrons. It has only immobile ions. The width of the depletion region depends on the applied reverse bias. The PN junction diode operates in three conditions. One is no bias and another one is forward bias and one more is reverse bias. In ideal bias or no bias, in no bias the diode operates. There is no external voltage is applied to the PN junction diode. So this condition is known as PN junction diode under no bias condition. At that time, the immobile ions at the P side, negative immobile ions is formed and N side positive immobile ions is formed. So the immobile presented area is the immobile's presented area is known as depletion region. The depletion region with this depends on the reverse bias, applied reverse bias and voltage, applied reverse bias voltage. If the reverse voltage is increasing, the depletion layer with is increasing. So at that time, at the no bias condition, no current is in PN junction diode under no bias condition, there is no current flow in the diode. Only depletion region is formed. In the depletion region, the immobile ions is present. So this is the diagram of the PN junction diode under no bias condition. Here no voltage is applied in the PN junction applied to the PN junction diode. Then only potential built-in there is a depletion region formed in the under no bias condition. This is also known as the zero bias condition. PN junction diode under forward bias condition. And the forward bias means the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the p-type material and negative terminal of the battery is connected to the n-type material. Then the electrons in the n-type material is repelled by the negative terminal of the battery towards the junction and holes in the p-type material are repelled by the positive terminal of the battery towards the junction. So the depletion, if you increasing the applied voltage, forward voltage, the depletion region width is going to decrease. So at the cut-in voltage, the cut-in voltages for germanium is 0.7 volts and silicon for 0.3. So after reaching the cut-in voltage, the depletion region is totally disappear. At that time, the electrons from the N region reaches to the p-type material, and the holes from the p region reaches to the n-type material. So there is a electron current flow due to charge carriers, majority charge carriers. So here majority charge carriers in the n-type is electrons and the p-type is holes. This is the diagram for the PN junction diode under forward bias condition. In forward bias condition, maximum current is flows to the output device from the input, flows to the output from the input. So the diode acts as a closed switch. So if the current is maximum, in that condition the resistance is very low. For ideal characteristics of the PN junction diode, the input resistance is 0 and output resistance is infinitive. PN junction diode under reverse bias condition. Here the reverse bias is applied by applying positive terminal of the battery to the n-type material and negative terminal of the battery to the p-type material. Here the electrons in the n-type is attracted by the positive terminal of the battery towards the battery, and the holes from in p-type material are attracted by the negative terminal of the battery towards the junction. So the depletion region, if you increasing the reverse voltage, that depletion region width is going to increase. Then no current flows from the input to the output. Here the output current is 0. So if the depletion width is increasing, then resistance is going to increase. If depletion region width is high, resistance is also high, but current is very low. Only a small amount of current flows in the reverse bias condition, that is the reverse saturation current, that is represented with I0. This is the diagram for the circuit diagram for the PN junction diode under reverse bias condition. Then the diode in reverse bias condition acts as a open switch, so no current flow reaches to the output. VA characteristics of the PN junction diode. This is the VA characteristics of the PN junction diode. The PN junction diode has mostly two types of VA characteristics. One is forward bias characteristics and another one is reverse bias characteristics. So in the forward bias characteristics, the voltage is taken on the y-axis, it in volts, and the voltage is taken on the x-axis in volts. The current is taken on the y-axis in the milliamps, because in forward bias condition the current is appears in milliamps. Until the cut-in voltage, that is 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for the silicon, there is no current flow in the junction, PN junction. Once the cut-in voltage is reaches, maximum current flows in the PN junction diode. This cut-in voltage is also known as barrier voltage or knee voltage. For VI characteristics of PN junction diode, reverse VI characteristics of PN junction diode. Here the graph is plotted between the reverse voltage and reverse current. Reverse voltage is taken on the x-axis, that is it is measured in volts, and reverse current is taken on the y-axis, it is measured in microamps. So until at the starting very small amount of current is flows in the PN junction diode under reverse bias condition, because of only due to minority charge carriers. If you increasing the reverse voltage, then reverse saturation current is also increases. That means it is increases with the temperature. Once after reaching the diode goes into the breakdown region. If the diode goes into the breakdown region, the diode will get damaged. So the PN junction diode is not used in the reverse bias condition. In most of the applications, it is used in the forward bias characteristics only. So PN junction diode in reverse bias, it offers high resistance, so current is minimum. This is the VA characteristics diagram of the PN junction diode. Temperature dependence on VA characteristics. If the rise in temperature, the generation of the electron hole pair is also increases. Then conductivity of the PN junction diode is also increases. As a result, the current through the PN junction diode increases with temperature. So the diode current equation is I equal to I naught into eta V by eta Vt minus 1. The reverse saturation current I naught of the diode increases approximately 7% for every degree centigrade for both germanium and silicon. Since 1.07 whole to the power of 10 equal is approximately equal to 2. So reverse saturation current approximately doubles for every 10 degrees centigrade. If for example, if the starting voltage, starting current of the reverse current is 2 microamperes, after 10 degrees centigrade, after rising the 10 degrees centigrade, the reverse saturation current will be 2 into 2, totally 4 microamps. So for every 10 degrees centigrade, the temperature is going to increase. Hence, if the temperature is increasing at a fixed voltage, the current is also increases. To bring the current to its original value, we have to reduce the output voltage, input voltage, that is V. It is found that at room temperature for either germanium or silicon, change in voltage by change in temperature equal to minus 2.5 millivolts for every degree centigrade. Here the voltage is decreasing with the temperature, but current is increasing with the temperature. So in order to maintain to reduce the current, we have to reduce the applied reverse bias voltage. Diode current equation. The diode current equation relating to the voltage V and current I is given by I equal to E naught into E power V by eta Vt minus 1. This is the diode current equation and under forward bias condition. Here at room temperature T equal to 300 degrees Kelvin, Vt is 26 milliamps. After substituting the values of these, we will get I equal to I naught into E power 40 millivolts for eta. Here eta is 1 for germanium and eta is a constant value. Eta is 1 for germanium and 2 for the silicon. After substituting all these values, the diode current equation for germanium is I equal to I naught into E power 40 volts. For silicon, I equal to I naught into E power 20 volts. When the diode is reverse biased, its current equation may be obtained by changing the sign of the voltage, applied voltage. Here the applied voltage is V. Thus, the diode current equation under reverse bias condition is I equal to I naught into E power minus V by eta Vt minus 1. This is the diode under diode current equation under reverse bias condition. Construction of semiconductor PN junction diode, we are using two semiconductor materials. One is P type and another one is N type. While joining these two, there is a junction between these two. So in that place, at the no bias condition, the junction acts as a depletion layer or space charge region. Then the space charge region, in that space charge region, immobile electrons only present. So the space charge region is also known as the insulator. The P type and N type materials is said to be conductors. So it offers a capacitance property. So here the PN junction diode under no bias condition acts as a capacitor. It has two conductors outside and between, two conductors and one insulator between them. So it offers capacitance value. Here the capacitance is expressed in CT because the capacitance value is changing. So that is known as transition capacitance or space charge capacitance. The capacitance is given by changing the charge by changing the voltage. That is CT equal to dq by dV. So with the change in the voltage with the time gives current I equal to dq by dt. So I equal to CT into dV by dt in milliamps. So So this is the space charge region of the PN junction diode. Here we have to measure the diode capacitance. So capacitance that exists in the forward bias is called diffusion. Another capacitance is there, that is diffusion or storage capacitance, that is represented with CD. This capacitance is appeared in the available in the forward diode, PN junction diode under forward bias condition. Usually it is defined as the rate of change of injected charge with applied voltage. It is the ratio of rate. It is defined as the rate of change of injected charge with applied voltage, CD equal to dq by dV, where dq represents the change in the number of minority charge carriers stored outside the depletion region when the change in voltage across the diode dV is applied. So here the CD is greater than CD is greater than CT. CD is the diffusion capacitance and CT is the transition or space charge capacitance. CD is present in the reverse bias condition and CD is present in the forward bias condition. CD at no bias condition is maximum, at reverse bias condition is minimum, and at forward or reverse bias condition CD is minimum. So this property here capacitance is varies with the voltage. So this property is used in the varactor diode resistance. Generally the ideal diode offers resistance. In forward bias it offers zero resistance, and in reverse bias it offers infinitive resistance. But no diode acts as an ideal diode. If the diode acts as an ideal diode, it should be acts as an insulator in the reverse bias and conductor in the forward bias. Unfortunately, no diode acts as an ideal diode. There are four types of resistances present in the diode. One is DC or static resistance, another one is AC or dynamic resistance, and third one is average AC resistance, and last one is reverse resistance. This is the diagram for the resistances indication in the PN junction diode. DC or static resistance. The ratio of voltage to the current is known as the DC or static resistance under forward bias condition. So it is represented as here RF equal to, it is represented with R suffix F, that is V by I. Hence the DC resistance will be low when the diode current is high. AC or dynamic resistance. The reciprocal of the slope of the volt ampere characteristics is known as the AC or dynamic resistance. It is also known as, it is represented with RF, and it is also defined as change in voltage by change in current, that is equal to delta V by delta I. The derivative of the function at a point is equal to the slope of the tangent is drawn. Here the diode current equation I equal to I naught into E by eta Vt minus 1. There are two types of resistance in the forward bias resistance, that is Rb equal to, that is R equal to Rb plus Rj. Rb is the bulk resistance and Rj is the junction resistance. AC average or AC resistance, it is the ratio of the voltage to the change in voltage to the change in current, but here we are taking number of values for voltage and current, averaging those values and taking the one average value. If the current is high, resistance is low. If current is low, resistance is higher value. Reverse resistance. The reverse resistance offered by the PN junction diode is under reverse bias condition. It is very large when compared to the forward bias resistance, which is in the range of several megaohms, but forward resistance is only in the ohms. Energy band diagram of PN junction diode. This is the energy band diagram of PN junction diode. Here we are taking this is the energy band diagram of the PN junction diode. Here The Fermi energy level in p-type material is towards the valence band, and Fermi energy level for the n region is towards the conduction band. So we have to equalize these Fermi level energy levels. Then only the diode will work quickly. This is the energy band diagram of the p-type and n-type materials. Here, when Fermi energy level is towards the valence band, and for p-type and for n-type, Fermi energy level is towards the conduction band. In energy band diagram of the p-n junction diode, we have to equalize p-type energy Fermi energy level in the p-type and Fermi energy level in the n-type.